I ain't going outside today. I ain't got an umbrella. It ain't rained like this for months. But it ain't gonna rain tomorrow, so I'll go out then. You're understanding me, ain't you? Hello, and thank you for joining me again. And today we're talking about ain't. Now, an English teacher teaching bad English, that can't be right, can it? Well, I have a few things to say about that. First of all, ain't is extremely common. It is spoken throughout the English-speaking world. Many people have the misconception that ain't is an American word. It's only used in America. But that's not true. It's used a lot in Britain, in many regions, many dialects, and it's used in all English-speaking countries. And it's used in popular culture a lot because it's a real word that's used in real English in many, many songs. For example, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, ain't no sunshine when she's gone, he ain't heavy, he's my brother. And for the younger viewers, If It Ain't Me by Dua Lipa, and many, many rap, trap, reggaeton songs, hundreds and hundreds of songs use ain't, either in the title or in the main lyrics. But nowadays, ain't is looked down upon. So people see it as a sign of a low socio-economic class. In fact, it's been called the most stigmatized word in the English language. But it hasn't always been like that. In the 17th, 18th and 19th centuries, ain't was used by all levels of society, both educated and the less educated. It's only in relative recent history that ain't is considered to be inappropriate and only used by the less educated. But as I said, it's a real word. It's used a lot. It's used in popular culture, in songs, films, and it's even included in the Oxford English Dictionary and many other dictionaries. So when people say it's bad English, what do they mean? Who says it's bad English? Having said that, I wouldn't recommend that you, as a non-native English speaker, use ain't in your speech. It can sound a little false and forced if you try to use ain't, especially because you have other good alternatives, other contractions which are much more accepted. And especially if you're preparing for an exam, I definitely wouldn't recommend you use ain't in an exam. But it's very common, so you need to know how we use it, why we use it, and when we use it, in order to understand real English, both in songs, films, and if you're speaking to a real English person. Okay, so we're going to look at my introduction now, those 5 sentences I used using ain't, which all represent a different contraction. The first sentence in my introduction in which I used ain't was, I ain't going outside. Now that is an alternative to I am not going outside or I'm not going outside. Now, of course, nowadays we don't have a contraction for am not. We have a contraction for I am, I'm, but am not is not contracted. But historically, it was quite common to say amped. So amped. It's quite difficult to say it now because it sounds so unnatural. But that's actually the origin of ain't. So over the years, it evolved to amped, ain't. More or less like that. So yeah, I am not, I ain't. So I ain't going outside. The second sentence I used is, I ain't got an umbrella. Now that's a different contraction. That's a contraction of I haven't got. So I haven't can be contracted to I ain't too. It's exactly the same contraction, but a different meaning. So I haven't, I ain't. So it could be, I haven't been to Barcelona, I ain't been to Barcelona. Okay, and the third sentence I said, it ain't rained like this for months. So in this case, of course, it hasn't rained like this for months. So again, it hasn't, has not, ain't, it ain't. So again, the same contraction, different meaning, different words being contracted. The fourth sentence I used was, it ain't gonna rain tomorrow. It ain't gonna rain tomorrow. So of course that is, it isn't going to rain tomorrow. It is not going to rain tomorrow. It ain't gonna rain tomorrow. And the last one I said was a tag question when I said, you're understanding me, ain't you? Or ain't ya is perhaps a little bit more common in British English, ain't ya? And that is, aren't you? So aren't can also be contracted to ain't, right? I know it sounds a bit crazy. We have this one contraction for all these different auxiliary verbs, but as I said, it's very, very common in English, so you need to know how and when we use it. So yes, ain't is stigmatized and it's looked down upon by many people, but it's real English. Millions and millions and millions of people use it every day. So I think you need to know how to use it. It's an important word, and I ain't lying. Okay guys, thank you for joining me again, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Take care, bye.